Welcome back to the Unholy Trinity podcast with the Unholy Trinity.
And a bag of chips. Do you want some chips, Dale?
Would you like fries with that?
I'll fix them in a bit.
In a little bit.
Yeah, we're having a little morning, afternoon
It's brunch.
brunch. Yeah, brunch recording session.
Fancy brunch session.
Yeah, bottomless brunch. Dia's gonna have the wine flowing.
From his pants.
Wine I bought. But they kind of fixed it, you know.
That's the most cheap wine, I say.
It's a $9 one.
$9 wine.
Because the bottle looks somewhat premium compared to the
They spent all the money on the bottle.
So like, nice looking bottle. On the front.
Isn't it like a plastic bottle surely for $9?
Good old glass one.
I got to take away a free Jack Daniels premix last night.
Hi-oh.
Pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we're here. We are.
Yes.
Doing
The
stuff.
Unholy Trinity. We are. Yoda, I am not.
Yeah, that's a real.
Struggles.
You forgot, or if this is your first time tuning in, I am Jaya of Sephiroth.
I am Sunny, SEO, whatever the fuck you call me.
And I'm Jack.
Okay.
I'm just Jack.
And where else out here?
Whack.
Whack. So what's going on today?
What's going on, sir?
What's going on?
I mean, this is kind of like, is this our Halloween special episode? I don't know.
It is.
It kind of is.
That's the only.
This is the early Halloween thing.
Yeah, the only.
Woo!
Still doing our gaming special.
The game hasn't released. Like, I don't know. I've been, because the office is burnt down, I don't know. Well, I was looking at, this is kind of unrelated, but, you know, City Skylines?
Yeah.
There's a sequel coming out.
I've heard.
Like, next week for PC,
No.
next year for console.
Oh, like bowling day.
Nah, well, Bowling Day, I'd like to wait like 2 weeks or whatever.
Thank you, EA. Very cool.
2 weeks.
It's EA, right?
Sims Fun.
No.
No.
It's an indie. Yeah.
Oh, calling me wrong.
Sims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sims Skylines.
Well, there's a game called SimCity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Iron out all the kinks on PC first, make them eat shit before they go to console.
Yeah. But, oh, speaking of Baldur's Gate, actually, I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate.
Oh yeah.
Me and my mate are doing a co-op run where we're role-playing as the characters from the Netflix film Bright with Will Smith.
Are you Will Smith?
I am Will Smith. I haven't changed my name to the name of the character, I'm just Sir Will Smith.
Yes, it could be.
Sir William of Smith.
Apparently, in the third act, you can get someone to call you a cuck. And I'm like, oh, that needs to happen to Sir Will Smith.
Hey, Will Smith, appropriate type.
Have you guys been keeping up with the recent news around what Jada Pinkett Smith has been doing?
Vaguely.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Some remarks about Tupac.
Yeah, she dropped like a book and now she's going on like a big tour. And yeah, she made some remarks about Tupac, right?
Yes.
What did she say?
She's like, I was in the car when Tupac got shot.
Did she say that?
If I remember correctly from the Twitter tweets that I've read, that may be misinformation, you never know.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
There was a direct
true
quote
yet.
from the book with a in-text citation.
Well, I know she says that Tupac's like the love of her life. Right, she did say that for
It
you.
had a thing of that, yeah.
Yeah. She legitimately thinks that Tupac is the love of her life, not Will Smith.
Will Smith was a compromise.
Yeah.
Because Tupac died.
Yeah.
So the second best thing.
And they got the guy who did it this year, like a month back or something.
Hold it back. Grab the whole bag.
I think we talked about it at some point.
Will Smith?
No, they got the guy who killed Tupac. Or like one of the guys.
guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently he's getting a trial.
Apparently he's like old as fuck or something.
Yeah, because they're
Yeah.
back in the 90s.
It's gonna be kind of funny. It's gonna like, yeah.
Old person.
Apparently, the dude, one of the accomplices of that murder, has been dragging him by the court for years
Yeah.
before they reopened the case. So it's been funny.
People are funny.
If you were an
But I killed
accomplice to-
Tupac.
well, if you were accomplice to a murder, and then case was closed, innocent,
Hey, it's statute of limitations or something.
yeah, then immediately after you go on to a podcast like, hey guys,
I killed you.
Obviously, because in our time and age, it has to be a podcast.
yeah. Well, I guess back in the day, or in the 2000s, it would be like a radio show.
If this guy went on Joe Rogan, though,
Podcast and
No
video.
one's listening to that.
Yeah, do you think cavemen doing their podcast?
that's just campfire stories. If that guy went on Joe Rogan, though, if that guy, I'm dying.
Can't talk. Silence by the ops here.
That's true.
East side or west side?
Midwest, yeah.
Howdy, partner.
But if this guy went on Joe Rogan, would Joe Rogan call the cops?
No, it'd be like,
Would Joe Rogan be a snitch? Or would he cut that out, or would he just leave it in?
Client confidentiality.
I'll leave it in instead of asking about like
Yeah.
or something. That's the more pressing matter right there.
Yeah.
I shot this guy. Yeah, that's cool, man. Anyways, how's your sex life?
Yeah, something like that.
This is the first time I've eaten KFC that I felt the taste of the peanut oil.
And I taste that all the time. I guess it
Is
depends.
it because you lick oily bowls all the time?
Well, what do you?
Damn, bro. Why are you taking this man like that? You just said you could taste this. You could taste the stuff.
Peanut oil. He's used to the taste.
Well, it's organic, made from plants.
Mm.
It's better than I don't know. Well, a lard tastes better. Don't you all agree?
Haven't tried it myself.
Bacon?
I eat bacon sometimes.
See, that's the pork fat. That's lard.
Oh, I grill that shit, bro.
Yeah. What oil do you use at grill?
We grill.
Yeah, but I guess natural meat oil.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you don't, like, you just put it on the,
How about the fry?
it's just pure
Is
heat.
it like
Yeah, so that's oil. That's canola oil, I believe.
vegetable?
Give it away company secret to you. I think it's not that big of a secret.
It's not a big of a deal, anyways.
Every restaurant pretty much on, like, the best I use canola oil.
There's a mafia on the oil business. But apparently there's a thing back in the day with like pizzerias in New York.
Really?
The mob will
Like
you're
Papa
forced to-
John's?
Yeah, you're forced to buy like cheese from the mob. They'll burn all
Yo, they got that formaggio.
Yeah.
Oh, formaggio.
So they got a stronghold on the cheese business. Monopoly.
If you were to have a monopoly on a resource, what would it be?
Oh. Humans.
It'd be like what? A fucking.
I'm just a big HR guy.
That's what I didn't see coming. They didn't account for they didn't account for the weaknesses in the cheese market, so their strategy was left with a lot of holes.
Oh, that was too cheesy, bro.
It kind of stank.
Yo.
Anyway, did, are we gonna talk about the shows you watched?
Yeah.
Let me do a little. I got something to say.
He's got something to say, mate. Calm the fuck down. He's got something to say.
Alright. This goes to both of you guys. I want to see. Can you guys whip up some sort of theme for Jack's book corner on the spot?
It's soft and it's chewy. It's hard and it's gooey. What's in my mouth? It's gotta be Dick's. Dick's Pizzeria.
It's gotta be
Dick's Pizzeria.
Yeah.
The boons, kaboons, kaboons, kabooks, kabooks, the books, the books, the books, the kaboots, 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 kabooks, kaboots, 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 kaboots,
I was gonna make
kaboots.
that joke. I was gonna say the corner.
That's the thing that
I was
rhymes.
gonna say like something rather about Tupac's core.
Why
Oh wait, we went off track a little bit. We were still talking about like what Jada Pinkett's sister did.
Oh yeah, you wanna
Yeah, she was saying like, sorry, that was no. Just quickly before we get to Jack's book corner,
Right.
she was saying like Will Smith and have you like separated for a while or something.
Yeah.
Is this true or not true? We don't know.
Apparently before that incident, was it?
He is technically not this stuff. Yeah.
Apparently they've been separated, but at the time Will Smith didn't say anything about that, but I guess now he agrees.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Will Smith never says anything about anything. It's just like Jada just puts him in the spotlight for things he doesn't want to be in the spotlight about.
Yeah, that's hot.
Yeah.
She's like an all-around terrible person, but who am I to comment on the only two celebrities I don't know in this marriage?
I mean, I don't know them personally.
That's why you don't get marital commitment kids.
Exactly.
Get your prenup done if you are going to do that.
Well, I mean, if you think we're like rich enough to like warrant a prenup, nah, bro.
I mean, it's better if you're poor, because
I can get my $2 back.
Yeah, then you only get $1 left.
Oh,
If you're
no.
poor, you don't get it. So you think about that. Be on the hustle, bro.
Yeah.
The divorce proceedings are a legitimate source of income for some people.
Lawyers.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the word.
And people who prey on divorces.
Well, I don't think that's necessarily. It's just their fucking job. I mean, I get like, oh yeah, you know, what's that thing they say? Or like, fucking criminal lawyers want to get their clients at their best, but divorce lawyers want to put their clients at the worst or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, it's their jobs. I mean, like,
It's a fair job. It's a needed job.
yeah, because you're dealing with a bunch of legal bullshit.
Legal bullshit.
We wouldn't need divorce lawyers.
Ah ha ha.
Whose fault is it really? Society. Well, the marriage society. The society of marriages. Yeah.
See, this is why we can't have perfect things. If we had a world with no crime, there'd be no lawyers, and all those lawyers would be out of a job.
Exactly.
Perfectly flawed thinking. No, perfectly okay thinking.
You floored me with that thinking.
Yeah.
What the hell's a lawyer?
That's the right reaction, that is.
Usually someone who practices the law.
Like a piano practices the law,
I mean,
sort of.
oh my god. It's really
Well, I practice the law of nature with your mother.
Please shut the fuck up.
What are the 7 things that qualify a living being? Respiration, reproduction, living.
It's not living if it's not heroin.
Ah, yeah.
It's the healing.
It's not living if it's not cheese.
Damn.
She's
And if you go against the cheese mafia, you unlive.
They put holes in you.
Ah, yes.
yeah. The cheese.
Have you noticed how Swiss cheese has been getting less and less holy?
Has it?
I'm not an avid buyer of Swiss cheese. I don't know.
I'm more into the brie market.
Hmm.
I like that cheddar.
Are they good?
That's pretty good.
This market.
No, I just kind of take it from work. I just eat a little bit. But I would just kind of slice, you know, put it on a corn chip and yeah,
Little nibble.
just a little bit, just a little bit.
Anyways,
What's that about Jada?
That's probably it about Jada. Aren't we a great source of news?
oh yes.
All of that is alleged because we don't really know.
She was in the car, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But I'm pretty sure she was not.
She was probably not.
That's
Vroom vroom.
on Twitter. Listen.
Yeah.
You have other news?
Yeah, I was doing Jack's book corner, eh?
And the boom, ticka boom, ticka boom, ticka boom, ticka boom, ticka boom, ticka boom, ticka
Jax.
boom, boom, ticka 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 boom. Bow bow, bow bow.
I've been reading / listening to a book and that is the book Spare by Prince Harry.
Yo, shout outs to our man.
Hazza, yeah.
Hazza.
I haven't finished it yet. I'm halfway through. It's pretty interesting. I mean, it's got some stuff in it. It's got some stuff, certainly. One of my favorite things is how he constantly keeps comparing himself to Stewie from Family Guy.
Hey, Stewie.
Like me for real.
Does he have a American father?
I don't think so.
Wow.
So this is not American Dad. This is Family Guy.
True.
Yeah. That's why I said Stewie from Family Guy.
Hey, they're all the same to me.
I mean, they're all the Seth MacFarlane universe,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
That's crazy though. Like
Yeah.
he pictures himself as that little baby.
I mean, yeah. He constantly says mommy throughout the entire thing.
Yo.
To who?
When he's talking about like Diana.
Ah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. That stuff was pretty horrific. Yeah, I didn't really keep up with the monarchy. I didn't really know. I knew she died in a car crash. I didn't know like the paparazzi killed her, but like yeah, that's what happened in it.
What did happen? Did she just?
Nah, she got
Is it a freak
fucking
accident?
chased by the paparazzi into a tunnel, like in a car, and then the car got crashed, and they just like
The paparazzi
kept taking photos of her dead body. Yeah, fucking paparazzi. Like they're like actually like the worst job. You're talking about lawyers, but like at least they actually contribute to
They're
like
good
they are
lawyers.
helping.
Defend.
They are like doing stuff with people. Like they're helping the people get through with the proceedings and shit. But what do paparazzis do? They literally like they have
They like to call
no.
themselves journalists.
Fuck off! They are not journalists.
Yeah, apparently the gossip mags in the UK are pretty shit.
Yeah, and they're all like Murdoch owned apparently, and that's why a bunch of them like got arrested or something in the early 2000s because they were doing illegal practices. They did a lot of tracking of people, like putting like trackers on cars and shit, and then following them and stuff.
Yeah. From what I've heard, yeah, they're pretty bad. Maybe even worse than like Hollywood.
Well, there's a good movie about it. There's a movie called Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal where he's like one of those guys. Well, they're actually it's actually a completely different thing where it's like they kind of like they take pictures and sell them, right?
Yeah.
Nightcrawlers is a specific term.
Okay.
And it's like crime, so like they'll get the police figures like the radios, so they can hear like crime going over, and they'll speed over there so you can get the first pictures and sell them to the major news outlets to do on their 24-hour cycle.
See, that's just like Peter Parker.
I feel like Peter Parker only focuses on Spider-Man, but yeah.
He justifies taking illegal photos by fighting illegal people.
Yeah.
Wait, that's the real issue. Netflix did a documentary about it that I watched. So anyway, but Prince Harry, funny book. I do think it's pretty interesting. I do kind of like it. I'm up to like the second part. It's like of a 3-part book, right? And like the middle part's about like kind of like war, because if you didn't know, he's a soldier.
Yeah, because the royal family kids, or at least the boys, they'd have to go in the army. Cause,
No. William didn't. I don't think.
Why?
It's not because he's the heir. Why would he go to the war? Because he could die.
Well, not to the war, but they have to be in the army. They're like they have army training.
Yeah, because for something that's just like that. Yeah, but not like they're not soldiers. But like Harry went to Afghanistan and fought in the war. Yeah, because like obviously you can't get the heir of the throne to go to war.
Well, back in the day, you could when real men were real. In the Roman times.
Get the Roman times. These aren't the Romans. These are British.
Yeah, fucking shit monarchy.
But yeah, because you need to be safe, because it actually becomes like a big thing. So like Prince Harry would go off to war, then the paparazzi would realize where he was and leak it, and then the fucking enemy team. The enemy team. The bad guys.
The red team.
The red team is Prince Harry. 'Cause he's
Yeah.
ginger.
Oh.
To the terrorist team.
Yeah, so then his entire squad would be in danger because they would become the primary target of the bad guys. I don't know. The opposing force.
That's funny though. I mean, the government could charge them be like for treason. For real.
For some reason they couldn't.
That's freedom of the press, bro.
Yeah, some bullshit like that. So then they'd have to keep pulling him from the
From the
war.
squad.
Yeah.
He can't carry.
Yeah.
No.
About to the part where he's going back to as a helicopter pilot. Because apparently, even if they leak that, they probably can't get it because he'd be in the fucking air in a helicopter.
Do a funny airstrike.
That's just striking towards the end.
Yes.
Laser pointer.
There's some weird stuff though. Like he's very patriotic towards England,
Yeah, because he's part of the family, man.
and like he's obviously very pro-monarchy. There's
I
one
would too if I
part
was him.
where he what?
I would too.
Yeah, I know. But there's one part where he's going to a costume dress-up party called Colonialists and Natives, and he doesn't recognize anything wrong with it. He thinks it's just a bit cringe.
Did he dress as a native?
No, he dressed as Hitler,
I guess that's.
which was the only part where he was like, okay, that was wrong. But he didn't even acknowledge the fact that like maybe it shouldn't have like the whole colonialist
The whole
natives thing
party
is
is a
not
bit
good.
sus.
It's a bit sus.
Yeah.
When it's a bunch of like royals and shit, like yeah, fuck.
No, they're trying to be ironic and should be like, haha, isn't this funny, guys? But everyone else is like, what? This is. I thought this was serious.
I don't know, pretty serious stuff.
Yeah.
It's almost like making fun of all of the colonizing they've done. Yeah, there's a few moments like that where you're like, huh? Funny. Weird. I'm in Australia now.
But I assume that's the sort of thing kids of the royal family would be up to. They'd be like, hey guys, you know what's funny? The family, and you know the countries we took, like they're kind of sheep.
Oh, bro.
Yeah. Anyway, isn't Hitler funny?
Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah.
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 What? Where did he say this?
There's more wonderful insights in this book.
Oh, he thinks he's like a fucking literary bastard, right? He will go through analyzing journalist pieces and go like, this is fucking dog shit. This guy should be fired. He goes on like massive rants when it comes to the paparazzi, which is like fair because his mum died, right?
Yeah.
But like, he gets like, because he's usually pretty like chill throughout the book, but then he just like suddenly will just like start insulting these people, which like, yeah, fair, but also like, it's a very odd pacing, I guess, in that way.
So is this book series a biography?
Yeah. He's not writing about a fictional Prince Harry.
Yeah, but it could be just like, this is one part of my life.
Yeah, I mean, what do you
His whole
mean?
life?
Well, he's not dead. Like, it's up till now, I guess. Up until he released the book,
Yes.
which is how most biography is just about a person.
Yeah.
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 That is by definition, what a biography is. Just right. Well, this is actually an autobiography.
Yes. What about
So he wrote it himself. And he also reads the book.
He reads the book. Oh, in the audio book.
Yeah. I'm listening to the audiobook. I don't have time to look at words.
Yeah.
Does listening to an audiobook have the same benefits as like reading a book, like in terms of like for your brain?
Probably not. But it's just a different way of consuming information.
Yeah, because like I'm thinking by looking at the words, like what the fuck does that change? Like you're still processing the information the same
You
way,
have to.
right?
It's a different method of conversion from your eyeballs to your brain waves to you listening words. Because do you remember the school days when you have to listen to your maths teacher and you're like, fuck that, and not listen?
No. But if you were listening to your thing and like still like processing it normally and understanding the words and shit.
Then sure, yeah. But it's there's probably some studies, I can't quote any, But there's probably a different part of the brain that engages, bro.
Maybe, yeah. But I think it's better because, like, I can multitask then. If I'm listening to something, I can actually do work and stuff.
But then,
It's like, who has the time to actually... Imagine having the time to sit down and read a book, bro. Nah.
Mr. Literacy student over here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are not lawyers, we are not brain surgeons, we are not psychologists.
You're kind of supposed to read things in your field of study.
When I'm reading a book, I can't be playing Subway Surfers at the same time, bro. But you see, when I'm listening, I can distract myself by playing the Subway Surfers. You get me?
Amateur. I play Subway Surfers and read books at the same time.
That's why we were given 2 hands.
Exactly. And 2 eyes.
Yeah, that's right. See, then again, like, are you really paying attention if you're multitasking?
Well, I can listen to stuff and do other things. I mean, you
But are
kind
you
of
absorbing 100% of that information, bro?
I actually do not. Like, there's no way you are, but, like, it's enough, I guess. Like, I don't notice, like, anything. Yeah. And I mean, like, this book's not the best written book I've ever read. In fact, there's parts of it that are slightly problematic because he's a royal dude. A royal pain in my ass.
I like the idea of in the royal palace, and then they just have the royal cork board where they pin posters up. Colonial invaded whatever fucking party. When.
Oh, yeah. Like the Animal Crossing fucking board where you see all this stuff.
Okay, in the royal family, who's Tom Nook? Charles?
What is Tom? He's
the landlord.
He's the landlord.
Charles.
Is Charles Prince Harry's dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the king again? This Charles.
That dude's kind of bad. He's into Shakespeare. And he's always like, hey.
The Royal Her Majesty's Theatre?
Also,
Is it now
I'm
His
cheating
Majesty's
on your
Theatre?
mom. Do you know about that?
Charles?
Yeah.
Who's mom?
Prince Harry, he cheated on Diana.
Oh yeah, with the new wife.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't. Wait, is his wife Camilla now?
I think she was the mistress.
Camilla.
I forgot yet.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm not up to that part of the law yet.
That sounds super backwards, by the way. Royal mistress.
Yes.
Yes.
Was to be expected because he's a king.
Nah, it was a big scandal.
She died, so that. Diana.
No, that was after. Because you can't cheat on a dead person, can you?
That's why she died. It was Charles.
I think it really depends on perspective,
theory,
though.
right? Yeah. But it does seem like the paparazzi killed her.
What if the paparazzi was paid by Charles?
In the there's the flashes of the cameras going off in the dark tunnel, and one flash, and you can see Charles's face in the background. Yeah, could be.
What's beyond the pearly gates?
Sausage fingers. It's
Oh,
a big
yeah,
feature of Mr. Charles.
Yeah. But dude, I did like a protest or something about kids should keep learning Shakespeare in school, which I think is pretty based.
And I got the privilege of not learning Shakespeare because I left when that was in the curriculum.
Damn.
What did you go learn instead?
Maths.
Maths?
The one with the numbers stuff.
The Married at First Sight?
Also that.
With the numbers, yeah.
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 Anything else in the book?
That's kind of it so far, I guess. Well, he talks about his penis. He's talking about his penis right now. About how he got frostbite on his penis.
In Afghanistan?
Frostbite?
Nah, I went to fucking North Pole, mate.
Why?
To do a fucking walk with some amputees or something.
Why would amputees be in Antarctica?
So they could do a walk, like a hike thing. It's part of a thing. Yeah.
What a choice. But okay.
Why not? Just walk it. Because it's hard to do, and it's like, hey, we can do it.
Was he amputated?
Prince Harry?
Yeah.
No.
If they amputated his penis,
He's
it
a
wouldn't have
soldier.
gotten
He was
frostbite.
going in solidarity.
Alright.
He got invited by them, but he's like, yeah.
Should have did a Do I need to dress up as Hitler for this?
Well,
He gets frostbite
should
with his
I?
like moustache or something.
Should
Yeah.
have worn like a cock shield or something and you can go on frostbite.
Yeah.
Or like get a...
Or a
one of those
sock.
pocket warmers you can get from Japanese convenience stores or like some Asian stores.
So just get one of those kids socks for babies and just slip it on.
Just put a flashlight on, bro.
Cock socks.
Hey, that's an untapped market right there. For like cold regions. Maybe like...
I feel like that's the thing, but I don't know. I might be wrong.
So, to quote Tom Scott once, who made a joke about Dwayne Johnson's salmon-created cock warmers, The Rock's Locks cock socks.
So you just stick like a salmon on your cock.
Yeah, pretty much. Wrap it in bacon, batter it, deep fry it.
That's extra warm.
Damn. Something's fishy about that.
And very tasty.
So, did he enjoy his frostbitten cock?
It's great because like he gets that, but he can't go to the doctor.
Wait,
He's in Antarctica.
No, because he's a royal family member.
Don't they have a royal doctor?
Apparently, like
They don't specialize in cocks.
he doesn't want to ask for the doctor or something because it might get leaked.
So how did he fix his cock?
He went and found some CDD. He took to the back channels, you know.
It's like, oh, can you fix my cock, dude? It's
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah.
I'm up to like that chapter, I think, where
I
he's
just
talking
do
about
a
his
bit
cock.
of a bit of suck on it. Yeah, we'll fix it right up.
Damn.
sounds about right.
Warm it up for him.
Rub it really hard.
Like, you know how you make a fire?
Yeah.
Nah.
Twisty, sticky. So, if you're Jack and he got frostbite, did you bite his cock? Jack Frost? Sounds like something Jack Frost would say.
Yeah, but
Nah, I don't think I would, man.
that's crazy though. Yeah, shout outs to Prince Harry. Was he banned from the royal family yet? Or was that the other guy?
He left.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like it doesn't really mean much. Like his name on the book is Prince Harry, Duke of Wessex.
He still has.
Sussex.
Sussex, is that it?
Sussex.
Does that mean he still owns Sussex? Because he's the Duke.
I don't fucking know. Isn't he like not meant to?
You can't really own a term like Sussex.
Yes.
You can't own Sussex.
Dukes are like lords. Are they like below lords? On top of
Dukes pretty much are just landowners, I think.
You're supposed to own land.
Yeah. Well, it's like I don't know. It's just like they're like, oh, you're a prince, so we gotta give you some land, right?
Yeah, random title.
Yeah, you get a random title.
Land in Ireland.
Scotland.
Scotland.
Do you remember that funny scam thing that was going around of like you could own a piece of
Irish
Scotland or
land.
something? Yeah.
1 square inch of Irish land. Call yourself a lord.
I think it was Scottish, wasn't it?
Oh, Scottish.
Yeah.
Dialects too.
How much for a square inch?
I don't know, but people are like, oh, you can own a piece and you become like a lord or something.
Ah.
It was both. It was
Yeah,
just
but it was
as
like
long as it was in the UK anywhere, pretty much.
It was an absolute scam. A lot of YouTubers are sponsored by this thing. This is a big thing on
I
YouTube.
think I vaguely remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be that easy to become a lord. I think.
Yeah.
Legally,
And it turns out, guess what? It's not easy. So,
That's crazy.
yeah. Alright, shall we talk about the stuff of the week?
Stuff.
Yeah. Wait, can we take a minor break so I can blow my nose?
No,
Yeah.
you know.
Hey.
Oh, it's alright, I've got a tissue.
This is fucking KFC paper.
Yeah, I don't want none of that KFC paper
It's
though.
a KFC. It's a KFC paper. Tissue.
Okay.
Did you buy the Prince Harry or do you have an Audible?
Huh? Oh, it just comes with, you have Prince Harry's book too, Sonny, because you got Spotify.
It's free.
Wow.
Yeah. For
Damn.
premium users.
Damn.
You get like 15 hours each month for free.
Or just any book.
Whatever's on their list. Which is like a lot of things. They've got like Lord of the Rings read by Andy Serkis and stuff. Alright. Shall we goosebumps?
Let's go.
Alright. Because it's that spooky time of the year where we have to pay our taxes, we decided to watch a little 5-episode premiere
The goose.
of The Goose
And the bum.
and the Bumps.
What's the
Goosebumps.
bum sound like? Goosebumps.
Bumps.
We
what's
have
the
enough
word?
time to break down each episode, do we?
They don't take too long.
What's the name of the words that sound like what they sound like? Bump.
Homophones.
Homophones.
We've had this conversation,
We have.
right?
I don't remember. But yeah. Bump is a homophone for bump.
Are we doing spoiler zones since we're doing like a whole part 1 now?
No.
It's like a brief.
We can talk about the 5 episodes as one thing that's spoiler free, then we can break it out each episode in spoilers. You and I already kind of talked about this on the social medias last night, and how we may have differing opinions on this. So it all comes down to Sunny.
Oh boy.
I assume you
The
would
pressure's
also
on.
have your own opinion as an individual with freedom of thought and freedom of movement.
Yeah.
What are those words again, sorry?
What?
What were those words again?
I assume you have your own opinion as you're a being with freedom of thought and movement.
Oh, whoa.
Alright, moving on.
Are you a free thinker?
Are you asking if I'm a Mason?
Yes.
I don't know.
Alright. Goosebumps is based on the R.L. Stein series, which, from my
Stein.
understanding, you guys don't really know much about, but I know more.
I read like a few books back in the whole.
Oh, I thought you never read Goosebumps. Is that what you said last night?
I just didn't. I read like one book, so like that's.
Yeah, that's totally, yeah.
Had a few in the school library.
Yeah.
Probably read them all. Just a
But
few.
yeah, this series is a modern take on it.
Wow.
I wasn't sure, because it starts off back in the day, right? Like the 90s
Yeah.
or something.
Wow.
Where the original TV series took place. And I was like, oh, is this going to be like a kind of like a spiritual continuation of the 90s show? But then we cut to modern day, and well, it doesn't say modern day, but Unholy by Sam Smith is playing, and I'm like, oh, okay, we're in 2023. And yeah. And yeah, it's, rather than being an anthology like the original, right? It's actually like it's a full season arc, right?
Yeah.
That we're doing. But it'll adapt kind of like, each episode sort of adapts one book inspiration.
Different spooky.
Yeah.
Every episode.
It kind of gives the vibe of have you guys seen the Goosebumps movies with Jack Black?
No.
Yep.
Yeah. You know how like that's like a bunch of monsters in the movie?
Yeah.
It's kind of like there's a bunch of monsters in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then yeah, it's about a group of people, unlikely friends, some would say, come together and decide we're gonna Scooby-Doo this shit, as Doctor Strange once said, and trying to catch this monster,
Figure out the mystery.
figure out the mystery. Yeah, that's kind of like the plot synopsis, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Goosebumps.
that's Goosebumps.
That's pretty Goosebumps.
Alright, let's do some impressions of this show. Let's like, what did you think, dear?
If I was doing impressions of this show, would I be trying to do a monster voice?
Marley.
I mean, there's no, do any other monsters really talk?
Or just do an R.L.
Are
Stein
there even any
impression?
monsters? There's like one monster I can think of that didn't
Yeah.
talk.
What's the R.L. Stein impression? Is that just an impression of Jack Black? Yeah.
Well, I mean, R.L. Stein is R.L. Stein, the person.
The older man.
He's
he
a-
writes spooky books.
Yeah, he still writes books.
Yeah.
He still publishes his like monthly Goosebumps.
How many Goosebumps?
There's like hundreds, and they've got to a point where like some of the older ones have become like collector's items and stuff. Honestly, mad respect. He writes so it's just like a bunch of horror stuff. It's pretty cool.
Still selling, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes, mad respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Impressions, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's your kids in high school going Scooby-Doo hunting
Yeah.
with a bit of internal drama because they hate each other and love each other at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, there's one character I can't fucking stand. But then I thought she was going to be in it more, but after the first episode she got kicked out pretty much, and then she comes back as kind of cameos in the later ones. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Okay.
The really fucking annoying one. Yeah.
Yes, kids, you know. I think I've talked about this in the past. I'm not too big of a fan of teenage angst and weird drama. And be like,
Did you ever watch like? Did you ever watch teen shows when you were a teenager?
Yeah, sure, but that's exactly why I don't like it that much, because I've already seen that like 100 times. But in a sense, also like I've been through the teenage angst. I don't need to be through it again.
Damn, you're taking it too personally. I think you need to step away, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, it's like teenage angst, bro.
Yeah.
What can you do about it?
Yeah. Well, you see, I am the opposing opinion. I think, like, this is a show clearly aimed at teenagers, and I think it's pretty good representation of teenagers, I reckon. Because I don't, like, they're pretty, they do normal teenage stuff. And I really like shows that, like, well, it kind of only works for these sort of, like, spooky shows, right? Where kids are solving mysteries, and the adults are, like, the adults are kind of hiding something. We're not even dumb. I don't think, because the adults in this aren't dumb. They're like genuinely like they're sus.
Yes.
And I like that thing where it's like the kids are discovering something. And it's like it goes back to classic Stephen King stuff with like it and that sort of thing, you know.
Yeah.
Gen V's doing that as well.
See, I like Gen V because I feel like with these shows, I like it when there's like a bigger conspiracy to it, like, oh, they're going against like a bigger institution type beat, you know?
Just fucking Goosebumps.
Yeah, but they just funny monsters.
I'm not huge into the whole against the institution thing all the time, because that's every TV show. It's like, because this is a horror thing where it's like basically one dude who is like some sort of, we don't really know much about him, but he's some sort of connection to like some dark stuff, right? And like that's cool. Like I wouldn't want the thing to be like in a Stranger Things situation where it's like, oh, the whole fucking Russian army is behind this thing, and I'm not like, this is like meant to be a personal thing. And with that said, the personal aspect of like the connection of this, I guess the villain, we won't talk too much of the spoilers, to the rest of there's a clear connection to the rest of the cast, and I could pick that up from the first episode, and they, for some reason, they kind of obscure the fact until the episode 5, where they're like, this is why the villain is doing these things, but you can tell from the first episode. I didn't think they needed to explain it, unless you're behind, I guess, you just couldn't concentrate, but like,
concentrate.
I'm pretty sure it's pretty clear why this villain is doing all the things that the villain's doing.
Yeah.
You could tell like what the villain's motives were, right? Yeah, you could tell that from the first episode. Like I didn't really get why they revealed it in the last. Yeah, it was pretty obvious, but yeah, I don't know. That being said, I think this is aimed at a bit of a younger audience. Though at the same time, there were some moments where I was like, I don't think it is. The
young
particular
audience grew
episode,
up.
I'm thinking, yeah, that's actually what I really liked about it. I'm thinking like fans of the 90s show watching this as an older thing, I feel like that would really hit. And I watched the 90s show so much when I was a kid. Like that was my shit, bro. I was a huge Goosebumps fan. And yeah, it was just really cool because I feel like this captures that sort of like cheesiness, but like modernizes it for like a modern audience. And it's like a lot of stuff that we have in our society, because a lot of the things can't directly translate over because some of the stuff are just like old, and wouldn't make too much sense for a modern take, you know, with all of our modern technologies and stuff. But I feel like this does a good job. We'll talk more about episodes, but like I really like the worm episode. That's probably, I feel like, the strongest of the season, because I feel like that felt more like a character study on a specific character.
True.
And I feel like that was the strongest one, and it made me genuinely like care about that character. And I also think the acting was all around pretty good. Justin Long playing the teacher, fucking amazing. He's great in literally everything he does, but he's actually, every time he just does anything, I was literally just like laughing. There's like, I feel like there's some really good, it's kind of underrated in the comedy space, but like slapstick, they do really good slapstick in this, I think. There's like an episode where the teacher gets like, oh, I was gonna spoil it. But there's something happened where he's moving around in a weird way, and I was like, this is really funny. There's like a bunch of things. I feel like the comedy is pretty good. There's like a lot of they have this one running gag that's in each episode pretty much, where something weird will be happening and a stranger walks into the room and they go, oh, nope, and leaves the room. That's pretty, I find that was a pretty funny thing. Yeah, there were a lot of funny lines and stuff. Yeah, I feel like I really dug the tone. It wasn't like, it was definitely a lot more self-aware than like a Riverdale sort of show where like, I don't know, it's just like super goofy, but they take it super seriously. Well, this one, they take it seriously enough, but like the show itself is self-aware, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's pretty good.
So you have opinions?
Yeah,
I did state my opinions.
Yes.
You just don't like teenagers.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. I think the
I
one
do on occasion.
you do sometimes like teenagers, only if they're going against the institution, and a particular institution. Yeah.
Yeah, if they're going against a big conspiracy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is still a big conspiracy, but I guess it's a pretty it's a basic conspiracy, but like, yeah. What's the other thing? I think sometimes the pacing of the show is not great. I think the first episode was probably like one of the weaker ones because they spend. I looked at the times. It took till the last 10 minutes for the actual. The first episode is a classic Goosebumps tale of the say cheese and die or whatever the thing was called, but like it's about a camera, right? And yeah, that only starts that part of the episode only starts with the last 10 minutes of the 40-minute episode.
Yeah, it was at the end.
Yeah, I literally looked at the time. I was like, it's weird that nothing's happened yet, and because the first 30 minutes they spend just setting up all of the characters. Yeah. And I think that was a bit of a shame because I really wanted to see what they'd do with it. I feel like that is kind of a general criticism with the show. I don't think they get enough time to explore each of the creatures in each episode in a way like a Goosebumps book or like one of the episodes. Like the 90s weren't afraid to split up each episode if it was too long into like part 2 and blah blah blah. But this one is like, because it needs to be connected to a bigger plot. And I'm not a huge fan of when anthologies do that. Like when like we watch like What If, and What If kind of starts going, oh, but all the episodes are connected into one thing. I'm not a huge fan of when shows need to do that. Black Mirror's done that before. Yeah, I'm not it. But like, I think it does work for this season for what the story that they're telling is. And they seem to be building up to something I'm super excited for as a Goosebumps fan. But we can talk about that in spoilers.
They did deliberately produce the show in a parts chunk, right?
Yeah, so they released the first 5 episodes at once.
So I guess they would have just planned like, oh, we're just going to spend the first episode introducing characters.
And I do think like ultimately like that was a smart idea because by episode 5 I feel like you'd probably, maybe you don't, but like I cared enough about all of the characters. And like each episode post the first one, like it's hit or miss whether it really works or not, but they do try and do more of character studies in each episode about each character's encounters with these things. I think by far the strongest is the worm episode. I reckon The one with the mask episode, I think that one was a good one to understand that character more.
It was funny. That episode.
They're all funny episodes. They're all
That was
good.
particularly funny because when the person who had the mask, he become a dick, and he used to become a dick.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Dick
That's the
mask,
useful stuff.
dick
yeah.
face, dick head.
Yeah. 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 And my favorite character was James because he was just funny.
James.
Yeah. He was just like so Miko, you know. He was just like,
Miko.
yeah. You know how we talk. He kind of talks like that, you know.
He uses the funny words.
Yeah. He's like, oh, run besties at one point, and I was like, yo, that's so true.
Just like me.
Yeah, that's the sort of the thing he said, which is like, I feel like exactly how Gen Z talk, because we talk like that. And he kind of does it in a way where it's like kind of ironic, but also not really, which is how we also kind of talk. I feel
It's too real.
yeah, it's too real, bro. I think that's
The American frat boy voice.
Yeah.
It's too real.
yeah.
Maybe that's also why I'm a bit iffy about these characters. They're too close to home. Maybe.
Well, I think that's like it's hard to write how teenagers actually talk, and I feel like this did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also thought like it was I think it was really well cast. Like all the actors were like pretty spot on. And yeah. I feel like they're generally pretty likable. Like Footy Guy was very charismatic, I think. Except he does say everything with the super intensity. I don't know if you noticed, but he's very intense with his words.
Is he very Shia LaBeouf-like?
Yeah, he's kind of he does give a Shia LaBeouf sort of performance. But I was vibing, you know.
No.
Yeah. Shall we do an episode breakdown?
Okay.
Let's.
Episode uno.
Yeah. Are we scoring each episode, or are we going to just score the premiere of 5 episodes?
Probably easier to do. I don't know. The premiere. 'Cause that was just
Yeah.
one whole
One
stretch
chunk.
for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, you really didn't like it.
That was just like. It was one of those things I had besides me while I was doing something else at the same
Oh,
time.
this is a show I feel like you got to pay attention to, otherwise you're not going to be able to. Because you're going to be able to understand the characters and stuff.
I don't like these type of characters as well, so that's the mix.
Well, I mean, the characters all grow across the season.
Yeah.
Each episode will flesh them out more. Like, that's the kind of the formula of what they're doing.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, so the first episode was the Say Cheese and Die one. Which, yeah, a story that I'm pretty familiar with. I don't think the episode was as dark as the actual story was. Because I'm pretty sure, you know how he has like pet goldfish or something?
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure at one point in the book he like takes a picture of the goldfish and like they die.
Then
But like, that doesn't happen.
Goldfish.
Yeah.
Blub, blub, blub.
Yeah, I think it spent a little bit too much time on figuring out who the characters were. But I think later on you kind of get why, because they need to establish all of the characters and then they build up to going to the Halloween party, because the Halloween party is the start of every episode onwards.
Yeah.
Because... Well, they weren't spoilers, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Well, the son kids.
Yeah. Because, yeah, it's all connected to that house.
It's all
Which
connected.
was, I don't get how it took them so long to figure that out. They figured it out in the last episode.
Stay football.
Yeah.
They got bigger issues at hand.
Yeah.
Such as teenage angst.
I mean, it's not even... I feel like this show's not that angsty, honestly. It's like, I mean, it's enough, but like, yeah.
Teenagers, more like a cringe.
It's a typical thing.
Yeah. I mean, you got the footy guy who's like having troubles with his girlfriend, who's just the worst character. I fucking don't like her character at all.
Anyone who's a footballer.
Yeah.
Foodie guy.
And he's got to get a scholarship. It's your High School Musical, Troy, you know, type beat.
It's a very Gen Z thing. Or is it just
That's a pretty normal thing, bro.
No, the
A
type
scholarship.
The same.
Oh, I say type beat.
That's
Does?
the us thing.
I think that's an us thing, bro. No one else says that something is a type beat unless it says like a beat. I think, right? Yeah. It's
Or
funny,
any
right?
soundbite.
Yeah.
You don't normally describe people that way.
That
Yeah.
is such a
Boat person type beat.
Yeah, it's true. You get introduced. Who else is in it? It's Margot, right? That's the
Yeah.
neighbor. I think she's pretty cool. We don't. I feel like she's probably the least explored character, and they do that intentionally because you don't really want to know about the mum until the later episode because she might be sus. But she was cool. I liked her. But I guess kind of maybe the weakest one of the bunch, I'd probably say, of the main four cast members. 'Cause- oh yeah, because her episode is the book one, which is the last episode of the bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that one was... I feel like that one was less of a character... It was kind of a character one because she's finding out more about her mum, right? But also like, that deals with the more grander conspiracy thing. Yeah.
The big boogeyman.
But we'll get back to that. Who else is there? There's James, who's just, I feel like is just quintessential Gen Z. I was saying in the chat yesterday. I think he's really funny. He also has the best fits. His outfits always look so comfy, and I'm like, damn, I kind of want that outfit, right?
The comfy fit.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. Who else? There's one more. Izzy. I think her name's Izzy, right?
Who is he?
The troll. She got the troll boss. Oh, it's so funny. Wow. But yeah, I feel like she in the following episode gets a lot more. She's not even. I don't think she's even in the first episode. I don't remember her being in that episode.
Probably not.
Yeah. But yeah. I think when he's going down the football field and being chased by like the demons, I thought that was a really cool visual. But the CGI throughout the show is not good.
Yes.
It's very bad.
Preach.
Which is a shame because like I feel like all of the ideas that they want to go for are cool ideas, but it's like yeah.
Not executed to the best of abilities.
And I feel like stuff like the running down the football, it could have been done a bit more practically. But maybe they just didn't have the budget. I don't know. Because other than that, I think the show actually looks good. I think like it's directed really well. I think a lot of the cinematography is nice. I like how they actually lead into horror. They don't. It's not just like teenage drama with a sprinkling of horror. It's like there's a lot of like trying to build tension in scenes. Like they do jump scares and stuff like that. It's like it's more in the later episodes, but like I feel like they do understand what they're making. Yeah.
They're building up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Visually, I think the show is a bit gloomy. Because when I'm picturing Goosebumps, right, I'm picturing like the cover of the books.
Yeah.
They're pretty colorful.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. Because I think, I mean, that's the modern thing, right? You gotta make everything a bit gloomy.
Yeah. I wish it was a bit more vibrant.
You might like the 90s show better. Well, I mean, see, like, this deals with darker themes, I guess, so, like, making it
It's funnier
darker.
when it's dark and vibrant.
What do you mean, dark? Oh, like dark themes and vibrant
Dark,
colours? I mean, yeah. I mean, I didn't mind. I was like, yeah.
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 Going back to CGI a bit, there's some moments at the worm bit, but that's the other episode. Where it's kind of shoot, but sometimes it's a
Yeah.
big worm guy.
I think the big worm was pretty shit looking, but I was like, conceptually it's kind of cool.
Yeah, giant
It's
worm.
kaiju worm.
Wallace.
Yeah. Oh, it's a funny CGI hand part where he breaks his hand.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, that part was funny CGI. Yeah.
Crazy. Next episode. What episode are we in?
That was episode 1, so we're on episode 2, which was the Izzy one,
Easy.
where she gets the mask.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
funny big head one.
But I feel like this was a good episode.
Flashbacks to Son of the Mask.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one honestly just felt like classic sort of Goosebumps thing. It didn't have like a big connection to all of the conspiracy stuff, but it fleshed out this basically new character because she wasn't really in the last episode.
Yeah.
And like going through her struggles, I guess. And honestly, she was probably the most sympathetic character because when the dude breaks the drone, I was like, I would fucking murder this man. Or like, well, actually, I'd sue this man probably. Get the 3,000.
Yeah.
Well, or like his family, but I guess the family has like financial struggles, so it's all like difficult, isn't it? Well, I'm like, damn, I get her perspective, bro, because it's kind of fucked. Imagine getting a $3,000 drone and then the neighborhood like poor kid fucking jumps on it to break it. Yeah,
That's what you get.
that's what you get.
Should have done insurance.
Yeah. And yeah, she gets the mask, and eventually it turns her into a fucking troll creature.
Little roll, little golem.
Yeah.
We do a bit of trolling.
Yay! Remember in the Son of the Mask when the sperms?
Oh my god, don't even.
Well, you didn't watch that. I watched that version, if you remember.
Or did mine get cut?
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
And I was going, guys, why is this person? You guys were like, what?
On YouTube.
Yeah. You looked up mask sperm.
Yeah. Cut from the DVD release or something.
Yeah, it was like only the British version or something had that sort of thing.
Yeah,
The British are too sensitive.
Prince Harry and all, you know.
He got his cock sucked.
By Frost.
Yeah.
Was the Frost wearing a mask?
That's kind of that with that episode. It ends with a pretty cool cliffhanger, I think, where she's playing pool and then she accidentally like explodes her friend. Did you actually watch this show? I feel like you didn't watch it.
Well, as I was saying, I watched it while doing something else, right? So I was half paying attention.
Then I feel like your verdict is probably biased because you weren't like watching it.
But it was also already biased beforehand.
Well, then that's not fair on the show, is it, man?
Well, am I fair on any show?
That is the
I
real
don't know.
question.
Do you actually pay attention to what you watch?
Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah, then that's yeah. And I always pay attention to what I'm watching because like I watch things. That's why I watch things, so I can watch things. You know. Yeah.
Watch things so I can watch things, you know,
Unless
things.
it's fucking X-Men classic 90s show. I do other things while I'm watching that.
The classic
That's what I
90s
get.
show?
Yeah.
X-Men, classic 90s show.
What bit are you doing?
Being a British.
Oh,
Yeah,
British bit.
he's still stuck at that sperm.
Yeah, he's still at Jack's book corner right now.
Boots, boots.
It's going through his head. So then the next episode, I think, is the James episode, right? And I thought that was a really cool episode because it was like, and I like how they immediately acknowledge that this is not how time travel works.
Immediately.
It
sounds like chlamydia.
The way they do it is like you get stuck in a time loop, right?
Yeah.
And then each time loop creates like new duplicates of him, which like I guess is not how it would really work. It would probably do the branch timeline bullshit or something, right? If it was actual time travel or something.
Paradox.
But anyway, yeah, like they appear and then he's like, "This is not how time travel works." And they're like, "Who cares? It doesn't matter. That's also not how a clock works." So
This is spooky.
I was like, you know what? That's a good point, and I will look. That's yeah, and I think that's the sort of
it's
self-awareness.
how
the
time
show
works,
has.
yeah.
Yeah, that isn't how time works. But they're like, also that's not how a clock works. So because he hits his head on a clock, that's how he starts his time loop. So I was like, yeah, that's true.
But what if it was spooky clock, dudes?
Well, it was. That's why
Yeah.
you get stuck in a time loop. Yeah, pretty cool concept, I think. With all the duplicates. Also, you get more of like the adult conspiracy going on in this one.
Yeah.
And they're all chatting and going like, Nora's crazy or whatnot. But
Isn't adult
she-
conspiracy just lying about how where kids come from?
Right, you're still on the mass sperm thing. We're way ahead, mate. You're just leagues behind, bro.
I'm sorry, my version of this show, they cut that bit out.
See, that's what the conspiracy is.
Aha!
Hiding the fact that sperms can also transform. into funny little fellas.
Like you children.
Children.
So this episode's doing the clone stuff, and then they all come back to kill some duplicates, and they full out like fucking head stomp them and stuff. Pretty cool.
Smash bang.
Yeah.
Killing yourself, but not yourself.
That's real. I really liked that one part where they're doing that thing of like, wait, he's the clone. No, he's the clone, and both of them were the clones. Because because I was trying to keep track of where the dude was at the time, and I'm like, he's still in the well, right? There's no way he got out off screen. But then it presents it like it did happen, but then it was like, no, this guy's a clone and he was tricking them. And I was like, okay, good. I'm following the thing, it's correct. And I was like, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just like Kang.
Just like Kang. I still didn't watch last night's episode of
Just
Loki.
like Kang.
I was
Anywhere else I bang.
Oh.
True. Bye bye GoPro.
GoPro.
Alright.
GoPro.
And then that episode ends, right?
Yeah.
Then we get my favorite episode, which is the worm episode. Which I also feel my two favorite episodes probably being like the troll one and this one, more this one. Probably because they have like less to do with the overall plot and they're more like character focused goosebump stories. And this one was like, it very clearly sets the tone from the start. We're like, okay, this dude's doing stuff.
I'm so sleepy.
Dead. Alright. We're almost there. He's doing stuff, his dad's dead. His mum's having an affair. Well, no, his mum's not having an affair. It's like the other guy's having the affair, technically.
This was also the episode I remember the most, so it's just where I was engaged with it.
It was a really good episode, right? Like, you gotta admit, it's like pretty good. Yeah. You get like, because this character is in the background of the most episode, he's kind of just being like a bit of a dick. But I feel like this one immediately like sympathized him because you get like where he's coming from. You understand why he's a stunt boy because his dad was, and it has one of the most like heartbreaking twists at the end. Like it genuinely made me tear up because they were just like, oh yeah, you know your dad died. Oh yeah, it was a suicide by the way. And I was like, what the fuck? They just pulled that out, and I was like, nah, that's actually really emotional.
Pulled out.
And I feel like
the mask didn't pull out.
The theme of
something about the spin, man.
Bro, stop, mate. The way because the worms like make him like invincible, right? And it kind of like plays into that kind of like
little green worms.
He's kind of the numbness he feels. It's like I feel like there's good metaphors in this one with the way the worms make him feel, and I guess like yeah, and I think that like he overcomes the worms and throws them up by like. Rather than like physical pain, he's dealing with his emotional pain, and I thought that was really interesting because the worms they protect against physical pain or whatever, but against emotional, he confronts that. And I thought that was really cool. And then he deals with a big kaiju monster. I thought that was a lot of fun. It's just like wacky shenanigans, you know.
I'm so fucked.
Yeah,
dude.
And I thought, you know what? You know how there's like a bit of a love triangle going on with like around Margot. I was like, can they really justify it? I think yeah, it kind of does because like this dude's actually really likable. I think after this, like when you get to this episode and you understand.
Yeah.
I think the actor does a really good job with the character as well. Plays him in a very specific way. Kind of acts. It's like it seems like he's drunk all the time, but he's not. I assume.
True that.
But I think like yeah, he's quirky dude.
Bro, I don't know what the fuck happened to my brain. I've just been so conditioned now to think about green cum, and then you said, and it's suddenly you saying the word overcomes, and that made me crack.
All the worms coming out.
And then you overcame, and
this is also like a story that I kind of loosely remember from the books. I think. But yeah, I like this is like I think the best episode of the bunch by like quite a bit, just because it was like honestly really good.
I've become so numb when I see you there.
Yeah. The next and final episode, I believe, we're at the
Yeah.
final episode of this 5-episode premiere.
Part 1.
Is the one where you get Margot. She finds the book. Yeah, and essentially, we forgot to talk about the teacher, but like the teacher gets possessed by the soul of the bad guy, right? And I just loved his performance. Every single scene he was in was just automatically funny because he's always just like doing the silly shit. He eats worms at one point. Do you remember? He just straight up eats worms. Yeah. There was that one funny part where he's like, when he's like dancing to a song or something in the house. I thought that was really funny.
So what the other do?
What?
Okay.
I'm talking about the teacher.
Yeah. Is there a scene where the guidance counselor guy was...
Comes over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awkward. Yeah, that's funny. I like when he goes to the bathroom and he's like talking to the demon in the mirror, and someone walks in and he's like, "Get out of here," and he's like, "Oh, okay."
Green Goblin.
But yeah, I like that when he first gets possessed, he's like going through the hallway and he's just like whoop, and just like colliding with the lockers and stuff. Yeah, I think that was great physical acting, physical comedy. Yeah.
Nice.
And I just really like that actor, so like maybe I'm biased in that way, but like I thought he was always just really engaged on screen. Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember him in Barbarian?
Maybe.
It's like the main, the two leads in like there's a lead in the first half and a lead in the second half. He's the dude for the second half.
Did I watch Barbarian?
Did you watch it with me and Thomas? Or did me and Thomas just watch it?
When did you watch it?
In the horror movie, like with where she goes to stay at the house, like the Airbnb, but there's like another guy there.
Oh. I think I remember that.
Yeah, and there's a reveal is like there's like a creature in the basement.
Yeah.
The mummy.
The mummy.
I very vaguely remember that.
Or maybe you fell asleep. Well, I think you must have you passed out midway.
Sleepy.
Yeah, that's such a good movie. You should keep watching it. It's actually really good. One of the top horror movies of that year, in my opinion.
Cool. Episode 5.
Yeah, so she gets this book, right? And basically, I think this is also a really cool concept one where it was like, by reading the book, she kind of teleports us back through time to that place in that scene and like lives it out. I thought that was really cool. I feel like it's been done in something, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows?
But yeah, I thought that was really cool. You got to see stuff as it happens. I feel like this episode, though, the big thing about it was I already predicted all of this. Like, you can infer from subtext of what's going on. But this just kind of explains it.
Yeah.
About, like, the conspiracy. And I felt like it was pretty obvious that the parents pranked this dude. And that's how he died.
Just a bit of trolling you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, they kept saying that in the trailer or the ads I keep seeing.
What, just a bit of trolling?
No. They'll be like, oh, fucking, this guy's trying to kill our kids. Oh my god.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Thomas, they're killing the
So
children.
he's on his revenge type beat.
It's that revenge type.
But yeah. I think this episode wasn't that great because the last episode it ended with him going, "I will reassemble Slappy the Dummy," which is this like iconic Goosebumps character, which I don't know if you guys,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know,
anyone
you
who's
know.
known Goosebumps would know.
yeah, like
Slappy the Slapbot.
he's like a ventriloquist dummy, but he's also like alive.
Ah.
It's kind of like Chucky, but like a dummy.
Oh.
And the next episode 6, is called Night of the Living Dummy, which is the story in which Slappy first appears. I assume it's going to be a flashback episode because it ends with this episode ended with the guy going, "I'll tell you all about that story."
In the next one.
But
yeah,
that's
that's kinda
just
it.
a story.
Yeah, I think episode 1 and 5 were probably the weakest, but the middle 3 were pretty good, with the worm one being my favorite, I reckon. What was your favorite?
The sperm.
Alright, what was your favorite?
Guess it would be the worm.
The
That's
worms.
the one I remember the most.
You're gonna the next episode. You're gonna actually watch it here.
Okay.
You know how you only go to the cinema. You don't go on your phone, right? You just watch the movie. Exactly.
Well, sometimes you fall asleep.
Yeah, but then I'd be like, hey, I fell asleep,
Honk.
so my opinion is not quite what it should be.
Well, I did explain myself.
I don't detract points for my sleepiness, you know.
I'm not saying I'm detracting points. I'm just saying
In fact, I add points for my sleepiness.
Sleepy Deo, Sleepy
Because
Jack.
I watched Tube and T, right? And I was like, this is pretty good. I don't think it's amazing, but also I fell asleep, so what would I do?
If you
So I give it
combine
a fair score.
Jack and Dio, you get Joe.
I generally do not know what this man is on about this entire episode.
So together, you're Sleepy Joe.
shout out to Sleepy Joe.
Alright.
I think he's gonna lose the next.
So anyway, what's our Sleepy Joe score in the week?
Yeah, you can start.
Israel will not invade the Gaza Strip. Anyway, no more questions. I need to sleep.
What's your verdict?
Goosebumps. Because I feel goosebumps every time.
Yeah, I liked with that hit. That was good. I wish that was the outro song of every episode.
It's only for the first one.
Yeah.
So,
The Dead Kill Bill, I think, on the first one.
I get those goosebumps every planet. Yeah, I need that
in the
iPad.
trailers.
Huh?
They used that song with the ads in the trailers.
Oh yeah, I didn't
That's
see
all I
any
know.
trailers before
I
this.
keep getting that ad.
Travis Scott.
Oh, imagine getting ads on YouTube.
Yeah. It's on the phone.
Oh wait, do you know about the whole ad block thing on YouTube now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get your account banned or something if you
I
keep
have Apple
using it.
here, but it hasn't been put a warning yet. So.
Oh, I keep getting a warning. But how come you keep getting ads on YouTube?
On the phone.
Oh, interesting.
Because I watch on the go.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, it's an alright show, I guess. On the whole, you've heard my gripes and my biases and my leniencies. So I'm gonna give this one a light 6.
That's fair. That's fair.
Light
So it's good. It's still good.
Yes.
Still good.
I think I tend to agree, but I liked it a bit more. I think for the first 5 episodes, I think I'm gonna give this one 6.5.
Alright, I'll give this one an 8. So what if I gave it a 10? So just the average jump. So no, I'll give it an 8. So the average is like a 7,
6.9.
6.9.
7. 6.9. Come on, 6.9.
More sperm talk.
Yeah.
Can we just talk?
Alright.
That's the goosebumps, everyone.
Yeah.
Speaking of spooky things,
I
I wanted
reckon-
to ask, how's your noodles?
Oh, fuck. Those were fun.
Yeah.
I had to eat it in 2 different sittings. So I ate a half and like, fuck it. So I ate it again in later on. Yeah, I said, fuck, this is fuck.
Bro, what if they were actually worms?
That is the question.
Spicy worms.
Yeah, that's
So
good.
spicy they made you cry.
It tasted good when you first put it in your mouth.
Exactly.
Then you're like, the after kick of
Yeah.
the spice
Yeah.
gets you, you know.
It's crazy.
That's so real.
It's crazy. How
You'll
do
never
Koreans
realize.
handle it?
Probably not.
What
Wasn't
do
it
they
Korean noodles?
Yeah, it was Korean noodles.
Yeah. I used to eat that shit in fucking high school.
Do you get the,
Do you
the
put
high
cheese on
spice
it?
level?
You put cheese on it?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so cheese makes it less spicy. And that's
Is it
like the
that
way to do
milk?
it. You gotta put
People put
cheese.
milk in there.
No, you don't put milk in there. You
Get
put
that cream.
If you is ramen cereal, if cereal is soup.
Yeah. I mean, you can call it like a cold soup. They serve cold soups.
With milk, yeah.
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 But that was what rating of spice was the one you gave me?
Double.
Yeah. So that was higher than your average Bulldog. Is that the brand?
Yeah.
Smarter than your average bear.
Yeah.
Alright, shall we bid them adieu?
Should we talk about like Loki?
I haven't seen it.
You didn't
It
see
came out last night.
Man, talk about episode 1 then. Did we talk about 2?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just gonna sleep this past
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
Yeah.
The only one we haven't talked about is Gen V, but I'm also not up to date with Gen V yet.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
I reckon next week, do you guys want to do bloody Scorsese's new movie?
What's she making?
Killers of the Flower Moon. It's already out, but like...
Yeah, I'll check it out.
But I will warn you guys, it is 3 hours and 45 minutes. It's going to be a sit down. I'm going to watch it in gold class because I want to have a comfy chair, just have dinner over it, you know. Have a little nap, you know. Well, I mean, ideally I wouldn't fall asleep because people keep walking in and out, so they keep you awake.
Do they? In gold class?
Yeah, you got your bloody waiters and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to order a full course meal. I'm going to order some drinks, you know. I'm going to have a little fun with it. Even though this is about serious murder. But yeah.
I think between now and next week, just weekdays, I'm completely no time at all.
Or you can watch it on the weekend.
And when we're going to review it Sunday-ish?
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
I have the day off.
Right.
Yeah, I can handle 3 hours. Hey, I will.
4 hours. Oh,
But
maybe
yeah,
close to 4
I'll
hours.
have to watch it on Sunday and then
Yeah,
we'll do the
we can
review.
do like a nighttime review.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy.
Exactly, goosebumps every time.
In which case, where are you watching it? Well, we're gold class. So where do you want to watch
Because
it?
it's half price. It's not half price. Something on Monday, so I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. Not tomorrow, the day.
I'll take a look at the schedule though.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Coolio.
yeah. We'll see you guys next week. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever good podcasts are sold. You know that thing about the books, the podcast store. You can follow us on Instagram at unholy.pod.
Instagram.
Same
Cack.
deal on TikTok, yeah.
TikTok.
You can, if you want to contact us, do unholythings@gmail.com. Give us a sponsorship.
Give us a sponsorship, lad.
We're never going to get a sponsorship, are we?
Yeah, lad.
We'll
Alright.
show you out real good.
And have a spooky October. Woo!
Will they still be on the Spooks next week?
Probably.
Well, Kills the Flower Moon is not really it's more of a crime movie.
Yeah. Well,
But it's
Crime
real
is
life,
spooky.
so that's pretty spooky.
yeah. Because
I don't know,
spooky.
And Scorsese is spooky. Anyways.
Yeah, because he hates Marvel movies.
Yeah, it's movies in general.
He likes
Oh, it's like
Shark Tale, right? He was in Shark Tale.
Cinema Dead.
Shark Tales.
Oh, Kiss Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cinema Dead brackets Marvel. Yeah.
Crazy.
Alright, see you guys. Bye
Hola,
bye.
amigas.